Vulnerability is not an emotion. Vulnerability is a fundamental fact of life. It's the place of I can't. Every living organism, that plant, your dog, us, trees, everything bumps up into I can't. But only humans, as far as we know, have the ability to know that they can't. The rest of them are just managing and doing what they can to get through, right? What we think of as sentience is the ability to reflect on experience. Okay? And so the ability to reflect on the fact that I can't make something happen is more than just I can't. The dog can't open the door. The dog's not thinking about what it means to not be able to open the door and going into some existential sort of poetry about the not having, a thumb that is opposable. Okay? But you and I can think about what it means to not be able to end world hunger and go into something quite deep about what that means and what it feels like to be helpless in the face of these forces of inequity on the planet. So we have these capacities to know where we have limits. Now, it's very painful to feel that we have limits, and we are motivated biologically. We are wired to move away from pain. We're pain-averse organisms. So in the moment where I have a chance to know my limitation and potentially grow from that, I also have the urge to move away from that, to not know that and to not grow from that. And then I'm catapulted into a defense and moved away. And so what we're doing is very hard. It's simple in a way because I'm just saying, notice when you're up against a vulnerable place, a truth of I can't, and stay with yourself. Simple, right? But it's not easy to do because you're wired to move away at that point, to move into something that will defend you against that and help you feel not helpless. And so aggression is one place where you feel, I'll take charge, I'll fix this, I'll duke it out, I can make them understand. There's plenty of other, I'll worry and I'll fret and I'll think of every possible negative scenario, and that way I won't be able to, I won't end up in this place if I can't. There's, I'll get drunk and I won't feel how bad this feels. I'll, shop my brains out and go into that la-la land of, just having spent all that money, or all the different ways that we can move away from what it feels like to not be able to make something that matters to us happen. So when you say to me, how did that happen? It's a very small, simple thing. It's a moment. It's a moment of thumbs starting to go, shoulders starting to go, throat starting to do the scratchy thing, and we want to get really good at noticing what your particular call sounds like. Ring, ring. What does it sound like? Because that's where you're going to have power. If you can get good, I notice it's my thumbs. They start going up here in the office when I'm getting excited. I'm wanting to get a point across and I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm going to try really hard, and my thumbs go up and my shoulders go up and my breathing tightens. And I often will say, okay, Sandra, you could slow down. You'll probably be more effective getting the point across than if you speed up and push, right? But it's hard to know that. That's what we do. In the moment of the vulnerability, I realize I'm not the boss of you getting it. I'm the boss of giving the clearest message. Is the message clearer if I speed up and raise my voice? Or is the message clearer very often if I slow down and soften my voice? But the only way I can know that I've moved into that defensive place of speeding up and raising my voice is that my thumbs have gone up and my shoulders have gone up and my diaphragm has gone up. And you'll have a different constellation of things, your throat or your, other sensations. But that's our commitment, is in that teeny tiny thing that's so tiny, it's almost, you almost skip right out of it into the defense, away from the vulnerability before you've even known it was there.